What up, guys? It's your boy DJ Skandalous here, and we're back with an all new episode of Skandalous Talk. For this episode, I'm going to break down the copyright system in regards to DJs and producers on YouTube.
I'm built for it, nigga.
Alright, guys, as you may know from my main channel, I remix mostly Tupac songs, I remix Eminem, and other 90s rappers such as maybe DMX and Biggie and Big Pun and Big L. Overall, when I remix a song, even if it has new production and new choruses and a new tempo, like the speed of the song is a lot different than the original, I get copyright claims all the time. And usually it's as soon as I upload it because the vocals are referenced in the content ID that YouTube has created. So when I upload it, it already gets an automatic claim. But there's also other instances where UMG, Universal Music Group, and Time Warner, they have people that go around and they search and scour on YouTube and basically look for any type of copyright that they can claim. And this is what happens when I have a remix out there and maybe that one doesn't have a claim. Then they'll tag on a manual claim so they can get all the revenue from that one video, even though I produced all the production on it and they don't own my side of the production. So I just wanted to break this down because I get a lot of questions on content ID and copyright. And overall, I think it's a broken system, but there's not much we can do about it. I think for the most part, when people do reaction videos, it does classify as fair use, and I believe that remixes should be fair use because overall, when you look at the fair use law, it says that it needs to be a transformative piece. And I feel like when I change the overall production and I have a different song title and I have different features and the whole pace of the song is different, the structure is different, and verses and vocals are switched around, I think that is a transformative piece, and I don't feel like it does anything to hurt the sales of the original catalog. In fact, I feel like channels like mine actually even promote these artists and create newer fans for people that probably wouldn't never been exposed to the actual original catalog or the original song. There's also other big problems with the content ID is when maybe I buy a beat for somebody and then it's not really a exclusive purchase because you can buy a beat and it be non-exclusive. And what that means is I buy a beat with non-exclusive rights, then someone else can buy the beat and make a song. And then these people go to DistroKid or they go to TuneCore and they upload their song. And then all of a sudden, the person that made the instrumental is getting a copyright claim on their own production. And then that revenue is going to an artist that only paid $25 for a non-exclusive beat. And then when other people actually have a song up on YouTube, they get claims from other songs as well. So there's been times where I made a Tupac remix over a beat I purchased, and then there was someone else that made a song after me, and then all of a sudden I get a copyright claim on my original video, even though it was uploaded maybe a year or two before. I get a copyright claim on that, and then this person's taking half the money that UMG was making because I already had a claim on it from the vocals, so then they're splitting the profit right there, even though data had nothing to do with my mix. But overall, I feel like the whole system's broken because YouTube does little to anything to protect producers and creators. I understand if you're like a music channel that uploads other people's songs and retail songs, that should be treated differently. But I feel like if you're a creator and you're creating your own transformative type works, even if it borrows vocals from a song, you're still putting your own production on it. So I don't see how these record labels can go in and they can claim an entire song from a producer or DJ, but yet the DJ and producer cannot make any money on a song that they borrow vocals from. It does not make sense. It's totally backwards, and it's a bit hypocritical from my standpoint. So I feel like there should be like a sharing revenue feature. There already is, but these labels do not want to give out sharing revenue. They rather just claim it and just make the money that way. But what they don't realize is when they keep claiming everything, if I have a channel that has 500,000 subscribers and all the money is going to UMG, Social Blade says my channel makes $200,000 to $500,000 a year. I don't see that money. That money goes to them. Why should I continue to keep making the music that I make if they're just basically getting free money out of this and I get nothing really? So they're really cutting themselves off at the knees because people are just going to stop making the content, or they might go and do instrumentals, or they might do a talk channel like I'm doing now and stuff like that, where they can't even claim that type of content that you are now putting out. So they're really shooting themselves in the foot, to be honest. I do feel overall that the record labels should have some type of copyright, but I feel like they overstep their bounds and they basically claim every little thing. Even if I reproduce a beat, like say like Chun-Li, I reproduce the beat and it's my own work, even though it's based on that song and it's my own production, they can go in and they can claim that whole song as if it's theirs. Now I understand about sampling and everything, but the difference is I'm not releasing these songs to Spotify, iTunes. This is just YouTube. It's just a streaming service. And obviously, yes, people can listen to it, but they cannot actually go in and buy these songs. So that's the difference. And I feel like it should be treated as fair use. And I feel like there should be a sharing revenue feature, or there should not be manual claims on mashups and remixes if you can prove that you actually created it and put your own production in it that these record labels do not actually own. My thing is, I don't think it's fair that people could do reaction videos to make money, and there's people that do product reviews. Like if I'm reviewing Coca-Cola, that is a trademark, that is a copyright. And the same thing with video games. If I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, that's a copyright. So you can't be a bit hypocritical and say that mashups and remixes should not be allowed, because everything on YouTube borrows from something. Now, like I said, this is a transformative piece. I'm not ripping off the total song and I'm making it my own. It should be fair throughout YouTube, but overall, the record labels are not going to bend the knee to YouTube or nothing like this, because they can go in and just keep making free money off the backs of hard workers and creators that come around making their own works and marketing themselves on these channels. So they can just sit back and just have the money come right in. It's a bit unfair. And the weird thing is, for remixers and DJs, you can't actually go and contact UMG and Time Warner and say, hey, can I have rights to remix Tupac? Can I have rights to remix Eminem? Can I pay a fee? You know, that would be great if you could actually do that, and then everybody could do it the legal way. But overall, they don't allow you to do that. So I feel like there are people out there that abuse the copyright system. Not only direct labels that abuse it, it's just random people that just make these fake channels and fake songs, and they go in and they try to copyright people, basically getting free money delivered to them even though they didn't do anything. And the copyright system is totally garbage, because say like there's some random person took my beat, let's say I produced a beat and I put Tupac on it, but it's my own beat, and maybe I put the beat up on a channel for exclusive and non-exclusive rights, okay? Someone else can come in and make a song with my beat, and then they claim my video, and then when I appeal that, they are basically the judge. So like, even if it's Universal can put a claim on my video, I appeal it and I say, this is fair use. And then Universal can say, no, this is not fair use. The whole system's backwards because they are the judge. So why would they rule against themselves, you know? So, but YouTube's not going to step in, because then they could be held liable. But I think there needs to be a big change, and I think there needs to be a third party that actually judges fair use. And it's kind of bullcrap that there's all these channels being destroyed because not only music labels, but movie production companies come in and claim 1 second of a 30-minute video and they get all the revenue. Why is it that these companies can come in and claim the entire video and not just a portion of it? So say if I have 5 seconds of video footage from the new Lion King movie in a reaction video or a review video, why is it they can claim the whole entire video instead of those 4 or 5 seconds that I used? They should only make maybe 4% of the revenue that I was going to earn for that video. That'll be a fair way of doing things. So I hope you guys learned something from this. Like, I do music for fun, and I never really envisioned making any type of money on YouTube. I make money from merchandise and vlogs and stuff like that, and beats. But overall, channels with way less subscribers probably make a lot more money than me, because a lot of my stuff is claimed. I can't really do nothing about it. I peel it. I say it's fair use, and they just totally just deny it left and right. So it's really a no-win for a lot of channels like mine that actually create rather than re-upload. Anyways, guys, be sure to check out my other vlogs. I have more vlogs on here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.